So at the end of this session, so you will be knowing how to solve a quadratic equation, how to solve a quadratic equation with coefficient of x square other than 1, solve two quadratic equations for x and y and get the values, check the values and choose the options, and also some miscellaneous sum. So the questions which we are going to discuss are taken from recent bank exam. So before going into those exercises, we will see how to solve a quadratic equation. The standard format of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So the constant which occurs before x square is termed as coefficient of x square. So a is the coefficient of x square. So b is coefficient of x. And c is the constant term. So we'll have a simple example and I'll explain you how to find the solution for that. So x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. It's a quadratic equation where highest power is 2 and we'll have two solutions for this. So according to the degree, so the number of solutions occurs. So if it is a linear equation, you will have one solution. So if it is 2, you get two solutions. So now to solve this, first see the constant term. You have 6 here and also it is positive. So you have to choose two numbers by trial and error method where product gives you plus 6. So when product is positive, it means that the two numbers which you choose can be either both plus or both minus, because plus into plus you get the plus symbol. So minus into minus also you get the plus symbol. So as both symbols, both numbers have the same sign, sum of those two numbers should be 5. So here we have plus 5. So sum of those two numbers should be plus 5 and product should be plus 6. So which two numbers will give you sum 5 and product 6? So it is 3 and 2. So when you add 3 and 2, you get 5. And when you multiply 3 and 2, it is 6. So now giving symbols for this, see coefficient of x, what sign it has? It has positive sign. So that both the numbers should have plus symbol. So plus 3 and plus 2. Now this equation we factorize, that is write it in the product form. So 5x is split as 2x plus 3x plus 6 equal to 0. So I have rewritten this equation as x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 equal to 0. So now we will factorize this. So in this first two terms, you see what is the common factor. So x is common, so taking x out, we have x plus 2 left. So in this remaining two terms, we have 3 common, so take x plus 3 outside, so x plus 2 we have. So these 4 terms are reduced to 2 terms, and now in these 2 terms check what is the common factor. So it is obviously x plus 2. So taking this x plus 2 outside, in the first term x is left out, in the second term plus 3 is there. So now we have factorized, that is we have written this equation in the product format. Now we have to get the solution. So for solution, two positive numbers can't be equal to 0. So it should be either x plus 2 equal to 0 or x plus 3 equal to 0. So if x plus 2 equal to 0, so we have x equal to minus 2. Suppose if x plus 3 equal to 0, so we have x equal to minus 3. So we have factored this equation and we have found the solution as x equal to minus 2 and minus 3. So we will check whether these two numbers satisfies this equation. So now we will see the solutions x equal to minus 2 and x equal to minus 3 satisfies this equation. So substituting x equal to minus 2 for the above equation, so minus 2 the whole square is 4 plus 5 into minus 2 it is minus 10, so plus 6 equal to 0. So 4 plus 6 is 10 and plus into minus it is minus 10. So the equation is satisfied. So x equal to minus 2 is solution of this equation. The same way we will check for x equal to minus 3. So substituting minus 3 for x, so minus 3 the whole square is 9. So 5 into minus 3 is minus 15 plus 6 equal to 0. So 9 plus 6 is 15, minus 15 equal to 0. So where x equal to minus 3 also satisfies the equation. So x equal to minus 2 and minus 3 are solution of this equation. So when you need to solve an equation and find the solution, so instead of doing all this, choose the numbers according to the condition. So we have chosen 3 and 2. Change the symbol, minus 2 and minus 3 will be the solution. So now we will see. So if you have minus 5x, so the equation is now x square, so it is minus 5 as coefficient of x plus 6 equal to 0. And again first check symbol of the constant, it is positive, so product should be plus 6 and here it is minus 5. So choose two numbers so that product is plus 6 and sum is minus 5. So as this is positive again, so we see two of those numbers should be minus 5. So sum again. So which two numbers will be sum minus 5 and product 6? So it is minus 3 and minus 2. So when you add minus 3 minus 2 it is minus 5. So when you multiply minus 3 and minus 2 it is plus 6. So these are the factors of this equation. So solution will be, so just change the symbols. So 3 and 2 are solution of this equation. Now suppose, so you have minus 6. So you have to choose two numbers which product is minus 6. So product minus implies, so the numbers which you choose, one takes positive sign, the other negative sign. So because plus into minus ends up with minus. As two numbers take different signs, difference of those numbers should be 5. So when you have minus, you write difference, and when you have plus here, write as sum. So here we have minus, so difference equal to minus 5. So which two numbers will give you difference minus 5 and product minus 6? So when you take 3 and 2, difference is minus 1. Difference is 1. So to get minus 5 as difference, the number should be 6 and 1. So subtracting 6 and 1, you get 5 and product will be minus 6. And to get minus 6, we have minus for the negative sign, give minus for the higher number and plus for the smaller number. So now minus 6 plus 1, difference is minus 5, so product is minus 6. So solution will be change the symbols and give the answer. So student, so far we have seen how to work out when coefficient of x square is 1. So now we'll see if you have coefficient other than 1, how to work out. So if x square has coefficient 2 and the constant term is 3. So now again we have to choose two numbers where product should be product of coefficient of x square and the constant, which is again minus 6. So product should be minus 6, and as you have negative sign, so write difference. That is, difference of two numbers should be minus 5. So the same numbers will satisfy this condition, that is minus 6 and plus 1. And as you have coefficient, so you have to do one more step. So I'll tell you how to work out questions. So when you have a quadratic equation with coefficients, so follow these 3 steps. The first step, choose the number choose the numbers according to the equation. So we have chosen the numbers according to the equation. So whenever you have coefficient, you have to divide the numbers by the coefficient. So we have to divide the numbers by coefficient of x square. Here coefficient of x square is 2. So divide the numbers by 2. So you get minus 3 and half. So the third step, you have to change the symbol for the solution. So change the symbol. So now solution for x is so here it is plus half. Now changing the symbol, it is plus 3 and minus half. So hope you would have understood how to solve the equation. So when you have coefficient of x square as 1 and coefficients other than 1. So just follow these 3 steps. So don't forget to change the symbol or forget to divide the numbers by coefficient of x square. So now after solving and getting the equation, so you will be given a set of options. So you have a standard set of options, say A. So whenever x is greater than y, so you go for option A, and option B, when x is greater than or equal to y, option B, and C, when x is less than y, and D, when x is less than or equal to y, and option E, when x is equal to y or cannot be determined. So we saw how to solve an equation for having variable x. So in the exam, so you will be given 2 equations in each question, one in x and the other in y. So you have to solve, get their values and check which is higher or lesser. Say I'll give you 2 simple examples. So x square plus 7x plus 12 equal to 0, and the other one will be given in y. So you have to solve this, get the values of x and y and choose which option it will suit. So we'll solve the first using the same pattern. So we'll solve equation 1. So the equation here is x square plus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. So product should be place 12, and as you have plus here, sum of those two numbers should be 7. So the numbers 3 and 4 when added gives 7 and product is 12. So plus 3 plus 4, and our solution will be minus 3 and minus 4. So value of x is minus 3 minus 4. So we'll make a note here and we'll solve the second equation. So the second equation is in y, and solving you get values of y. And now using the same format, so product should be 16. So plus 16, and as you have plus, sum of those two numbers should be 10. And here it is minus 10. So which two numbers will satisfy this equation? That is minus 8 and minus 2. So when added you get minus 10, and when you multiply you get 16. And now solution for this, or values of y, will be, change the symbol 8 and 2. So now value of y is 8 and 2. So mostly they find easier to solve the equation and get the values, but they find difficulty in choosing the options. So I'll tell you how to choose the options easily using the number line method. So a line in which all the integers are marked is termed as the number line. So place 0 in the middle and all the positive values on the right hand side and all the negative values on the left hand side. So 1, 2, 3, etc. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, etc. So when you check here, the higher number occurs always on the right hand side. So in 3 and 2, 3 is higher. So 3 occurs on the right hand side. The same for negative numbers also. Minus 1 is greater than minus 2. So minus 1 is to the right hand side of the smaller number. So in the same pattern, so if you write this value, so you can easily choose the options. So now place these values in the number line and we'll choose the options. So assume that minus 3 is here and minus 4 is here. So as minus 3 is higher than minus 4, we'll write minus 3 on the right hand side and x values lie here. 8 and 2 both were positive values, so write on the right hand side. So here clearly y is greater than x, or x is, both the values of x is less than y, so we go for option C. So as x is less than y, so we choose the option C. So the same pattern, we'll see how to solve the questions in the exercise.